Hello, guys. Good evening. I thought I would come and have a cup of coffee with y'all as I look at all these beautiful candles burning, doing my little thing here. How are y'all today? Oh, goodness. What a day it has been. Um, I noticed that what nobody really paying attention to my little video that I put up. I'm sure y'all will see it. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. Um, in this live. Yeah, I want to talk about something um that a lot of people kind of don't see when it comes to us witches and all of that good stuff. So, first of all, to there was a person that had donated to me like maybe 3 weeks ago, and I thanked her privately, but there was somebody that donated to me last night. And I wanted to say thank you so much for that. Like, I was asleep. I had fallen asleep and didn't even notice the donation until I opened up my Cash App because I was, doing some stuff and so I appreciate you so much. Uh yeah, thank you for that. The love and the support. And then also I want to say thank you so much to all of my clients. Um we're definitely going to stick this out and stick together. And I actually, there's a couple of things that I want to talk about. One of the things is that I felt this very weird energy earlier today. It was very weird. It was very sinister. It kind of felt like the evil eye a little bit. And so I threw my cards and kind of what was being indicated to me through the cards was that there was some kind of energy that was coming from maybe the planet Saturn or something. Um yeah, and I couldn't really understand it because right now I have a lot going on. So it's probably one of those things that I'm going to see later on. And I was going to upload a quick video. I was going to do that because basically what I did was I did some map work, some protection work, basically with some Casadia powder because it was so weird. It was just like this weird energy that was pretty much like outside of because I had when I had threw the cards, I got the world inverted and then I got the devil card inverted. And so the way that I took that was that it seemed like it was like some kind of weird energy that was coming from above. So I did some protection earlier. Um, and so it is a very strange time. So to the Samhain group, um, we are already doing Friday the 13th work. And so we are definitely getting that done because Friday the 13th is coming up in like 3 days. And, that day can either be very lucky or very unlucky for some people. Some people see it as bad luck. I don't see it Friday the 13th as bad luck, but some people think of it as that. I think it just depends, right? So, um, but I want to talk about appreciation and showing appreciation to your witch, showing that appreciation to your witchy friends, showing the appreciation just with what we do. I think sometimes people really don't know the mysterious ways that witchcraft works. And so I had told this story time, but I want to talk about it a little bit because, whenever I do anything for anybody, um, I'm not the type of person that makes a big deal about it. I'm really not. If I'm able to do it with no issue, I just do it. You know what I'm saying? But when you do something for somebody and like they completely discount it, especially when it comes to witchcraft, I wonder if any witches understand this. Like befriend somebody, when we befriend somebody and they ask us to do something and it works and they don't want to give us credit for it. And I think that that is one of probably the most hurtful things that can be done. So, and I just realized this last night, just remembering what an ex friend of mine said. So basically, it was, she was living with her parents, and it was months and months of her calling me almost every day, telling me that she wanted to get out of her parents' house. She was sick of living there. And just, I don't remember everything. Hello, 1EQ. Hi, sweetie. And so, at the time, you know, we were, I really, really, really wanted for this lady to be in my coven. Like I was really, really rocking with her. I really was. And I mean, we talked all the time. We talked every single day, you know? And so she asked me one day, she said, "Can you do some stuff to help me get my house?" And I actually did like two or three things for her to help her get her house. Um, and it's been so long that I can't really even remember. And so I think it was one time she was waiting on some paperwork to come in from the IRS or somewhere. And I helped her do that faster. And then just overall, I was helping her and supporting her and did a couple of different workings for her. Mainly a lot of the work that I did for this lady, though, was getting people, negative people, off of her. And that was the main aspect of what I was doing for her. But then I also did like a house blessing for her, right? And so shortly after I did it, she gets her house, right? So after we become unfriended, right? After we stop being friends, I think somebody's commenting on my video. I gotta whine about it, man. I'm sorry I got my soapbox on, y'all. I thought I would go live. Um, so she calls me and she's like, "I got the house. Thank you so much. I got the house." And everything. And so the way that she had gotten the house was that the way that my spirits did it for her was that her father helped her get it. How many of y'all's father or parents help you get a house? Not many of them. And I don't think that they were planning on doing that after months and months and months of her calling and bugging the hell out of me, telling me, "Oh my God, I'm tired of living here." So last night I had spoke to her and I told her, I said, "I helped you get your house, remember?" And she says to me, "What are you talking about? My father helped me get my house." Who do you think compelled your father to help you? How do you think that that happened? You think that just came out of the sky? Just all of a sudden, your father decided to get you a house. Wasn't happening before. It does hurt a little bit when people don't appreciate you. And I wanted to say to her, but the energy was so toxic. I wanted to say that to her last night. Like, who do you think persuaded your father to help you? Sometimes witchcraft works that way. Yeah, and she wasn't even working at the time, sis. She didn't even have a job at the time. And that is how spirit moved that work for her. Now, for her to not appreciate it because she told me last night that she doesn't like me. I don't think she likes her house personally. I think she was talking about the house that she doesn't like. I mean, I know she doesn't like me, but I think deep down she just doesn't really appreciate anything. That she's just one of them type of people. Like, I don't normally worry about stuff like that with my clients. But then, not only that, not only did she not appreciate the work that I did for her, but then she came back and disrespectfully tried to mess up my business and lied on my business. I did all these things for her. Um, got her through a really rough time where she was experiencing mental illness, and I did a lot of healings on her. I sat in my backyard with her and joined hands with her in a circle. And you know what? I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even going to lie. It does hurt. I think that after these 2 years, because when my mother passed away, everything was a blur after that. When my mother's spirit was passing, it was almost like a apocalypse. It was, yeah. And so I really didn't have time to deal with it, but I'm just now dealing with this. And it's not like you owe me your life or you owe me a lung or you owe me a kidney. I'm not saying that. But for somebody to just totally lack appreciation and then laugh at me when I'm experiencing my own difficulties and even try to make things difficult for me, tried to purposely conspire against me. I'm not going to sit up here and say evil things, of something happening to this person. But this is the reason why witches are so nervous about things like that. Eh, You know, I help clients get houses all the time. None of them have ever came back to me and treated me that way. Okay, so y'all, I'm not saying that about any client per se, but it's just the point that my spirits did that. And that's what they do. Whether or not your father helped you or you won some money, that's how spirit made that happen. Because at that time, she didn't really have a lot of direction. She didn't really know what she was doing. She wasn't working. So she didn't really have a plan. In fact, more than likely, being that she did not have a job at the time, probably meant that I probably shouldn't have even helped her. Okay, because you got to have a job or some kind of income. It's not that you have to have a job. There's some of us that are self-employed. And so, why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because you know it sucks to not be appreciated, and it really, really sucks when you do something so nice for somebody and it wasn't free. I didn't do it for free. She was definitely giving me a little bit of money here and there because the only thing that she could really afford to get was a cleanse. And then she would join my Sabbath circles. She would be the first to join. And she even told me on the phone, she said, I swear to you, every single time I join one of your Sabbaths, something good happens for me. I wonder what the witchy gods have to say about that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, Raina. Hi, blessed be. Yeah. And like, I don't know, man. You know, that I think that for the most part, us witches are really nice people, but man, we get dogged out like that sometimes, you know? Because we, you know, and then it seems like, you know, when you're dealing with certain people like that, and then they come back and they're like, oh, I'm winning and you're losing. And it's like, oh, no, honey, no, that is so utterly evil and ridiculous. So I'm not even going to lie, my feelings are hurt. I think that that's one thing that you can't lie on spirit. Like what, and I can't exactly remember what I know I did something because I would sit there with her on the phone and I would just start writing out petitions for her. I would just start writing them out. And because I was really busy back then too, right? Y'all know how busy I be sometimes. Like, you know, I'm busy right now. I already did all my work for today, but, you know, I would just sit there on the phone with her just because I cared about her. I would sit on the phone with her and just write out petitions. So I wrote out a very simple petition. You know, so and so will get this house. She will get approved for this house. She will get it. And and I just consecrated the candle and just lit it. I didn't do a big elaborate ritual, but I just lit a candle over it. And then like probably like a month or two later, she had her place. You know, and that's just like my sis. Now I know my sis one EQ ain't gonna never abandon me like that. Never. This me and her, we are friends for life. We are gonna be sisters for life. Um, you know, so you guys, my clients, my beautiful clients, y'all are just a reminder of how everything's gonna be okay because you know what? The world can be a very scary place, you know? And so, did you really? You made some alfalfa powder? Cool. No, girl, I got a whole thing of it. Like, I got a big old thing of alfalfa powder. I've been making alfalfa salt. I think I'm going to make a oil out of it. Girl, I got plenty. Yes. Yes, and you know what? When I was done with that, I had forgot to put mistletoe on top of it too. I don't really like to put mistletoe in my candles because ever since somebody said that burning mistletoe was not good, even though I burn mistletoe all the time. I've been burning mistletoe for years. It's never done anything. I will burn it outside of my house though. Like at my front door, I'll burn it out on my porch and yeah, cause yeah. Oh, do you really? Nice, nice. I would never abandon my beautiful sister. I love you. I love you too. People like that open is up for people like us, the complete opposite of what they intend. Yeah, it I think people forget too. I think that when people get on top of things, they kind of tend to forget who helped them get there too, because she was a mess. I'm talking about almost every other night I had to talk her off the ledge. I put a lot of my heart into that friendship, and she just totally dissed me and is like so angry at me. And I'm like, are you angry at me because now you got bills to pay or something? I'm so confused. It's so weird. So, those of you that actually appreciate me, especially those of you that have been donating, y'all are so sweet. I love y'all so much. You know, I've been doing this for years. I've been doing work for people since 2015. And I wouldn't be in business that long if I were, you know. And then she had one of her other friends call me a fraud, and I don't care about that because you know that happens when you're a witch. But what hurts me is the fact that she doesn't appreciate what I did for her, and like joined up forces with people that are against me and that are trying to hurt me and my family. You know, that is something that I could never do just because you know, even if I got mad at somebody that I cared about and we were fighting, I'm going to, and I don't like to fight with the people that I care about. But if we have a little thing and, you know, a disagreement or something, which I don't have very many disagreements with people in my real life, you know what I'm saying? Um, but I don't operate that way. I really don't. Like I would never discount what somebody did for me, you know. And I would not deny it, you know. I wouldn't deny it. And it I don't know if there's some kind of karma for that. But you know, that's just really sad. You know, I was willing to share my magic with this person, and this person just totally took that for granted. Yes, it was the spell work that I did. You know, you can sit up here and say till the cows come home. No, your magic didn't have anything to do with that. My father helped me. Yeah, he did, didn't he? Your father did help you, didn't he? Was he willing to help you before I did that spell work for you? Probably not. Because if your father was the one that helped you or was supposed to help you, would you have ever came to me and asked me to help you? It really, yeah, oh God, girl, yeah. And then, hey April, I appreciate you and I don't even know you. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes, I do. I love to do my rituals and stuff. I love to be able to help you guys, you know, especially some of you guys that, you know, sometimes you may be somebody that practices the craft all the time, but sometimes you may just need some kind of reminder. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, have to understand the weak gave to join forces to attempt to mess with a goddess when you're as strong. Oh, capable and unstoppable like you've got to understand their lower life form. Oh man, that really cut deep. It really did. It cut deep because you know, I mean, I actually spent so much time helping her. And I remember one time I called her. I said, "Girl, I said I've been helping you so much that I got to get my stuff together." You know, I kind of felt like I was slipping, and yeah, that's typically how spirit will work. One, you know, and I noticed that a lot of people will do that. Like I'm wondering, did she think that like it was supposed to miraculously fall out of the sky or something? You know what I'm saying? Like no, like when I did that work for you, that is the reason why your father helped you get the house. End of story. And some people will say, "No, I'm not going to give you credit for that." Well, I'm going to take credit for it, you know? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you, Raina. Yeah, that really like, and you know what? Statistically, I think that a lot of us witches, we do get sad over people that don't appreciate us. Like, you do feel unappreciated. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially the little stuff that we do for people. And it's not little stuff, it's big stuff. Like when we protect entire counties, or, I know spell work that can protect my entire state. When you do things like that and people just look at you like you're this evil person, it's hurtful. It is, because I'm not an evil person. I just don't take nobody's crap. And I feel like people just be expecting us to just do things for them, and then, they can just disrespect us and just downgrade us and degrade us. And I just, because I know that for a fact that, if I hadn't have done that. And then also, there was some people that had, her ex-husband's family was actually stalking her and stuff, her ex-husband's family. And I did some work for her for that. And, even though she would pay me, she would be like, I don't really have a lot of money right now. I'll pay you when I can. That's kind of when she would just kind of do little things for me. Like, she would send me money for cigarettes and stuff like that. Like, that helped because, and, and so I kind of blamed myself a little bit, which I shouldn't have, when certain other stuff was happening. But I know for a fact that her husband, her deceased husband's family was stalking her, and she was a mess. Let me tell you something. They had put something on her, and you know what my spirits had told me to do? They said all of that stuff that her deceased husband's family that you removed, you need to send all that stuff back to her because of how she did you, how she lied on you, how she bared false witness, totally dissed and degraded me. I had helped her with that situation. Sometimes when you ask us for work, right? And she was just like, oh my gosh, she was freaking out. She was crying. She was like, these people are doing this to me. And I forget exactly what I did for her for that. I know it involved a black candle, though. I know it involved a black candle. And so, like, this happened a few years ago to where those same spirits had tried to kind of come back to me. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, man, these curses can be very sophisticated, right? They can be very sophisticated. And so pretty much whatever it was, the spirits knew to attack whoever was helping her. And so this was like a few years ago. I told them spirits, I said, you have to leave. I am no longer representing this person. I am no I did. I said I am no longer. That's what banishings are for too, because those spirits will come back sometimes if somebody throw it back, or if it's, and they came to me and I was like, uh no. So I wrote her name down on a piece of paper with some sulfur and some salt, and I burned it, and I said, these spirits, you go. I am no longer representing this person. I ain't been friends with this person in a couple of years. And this person did me dirty. I was not about to sit up there and continue battling her issues for her after how she did me. And I think that even to this day, she kind of uses me as like a decoy. And but I'm like, uh-uh. Yeah. Yeah, they did. They did move her out of my life for a reason. They did. We were friends for a while. We were friends for a while, April, and like, so I basically, y'all know that because some people think us witches are crazy, but like, I did a little ritual. I said, no, 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 you gotta go. I banished all that stuff. I said, you, and I think to this day she's mad because I won't just be her decoy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, uh, no, and even told me to my face, I don't like you, and I don't, I and I'm like, well, I mean, duh, but why are you doing this? Why won't you tell the truth? Why are you lying on me? Why are you lying on me when you know that from the day that you met me, your life got better? You were healed. She was telling me about her health problems too. I even helped her with her health problems. And you know what people will do? People will forget. Like, and she's like, um, she's taking it for granted. Taking it for granted. So, mm-hmm. Yeah, she does. But you know what? I don't want anything from her. I just want to clear her out of my life. I think that that's why she still talks about me, because I think that basically what she's saying is, I'm going to dump this off on Jamila, and I'm going to pretend as though she didn't help me. And like, she had one of her other friends being really, really rude to me and was just like, oh, you're a fraud, you're this, you're that. And I'm just like, you have no freaking idea. I don't know. I don't know who she got. Ain't no telling, because she is not the type of person that will take responsibility for her actions. She's not. Because, I even discussed it with her beforehand. Um, the fact that I had to publicly announce that me and her were not friends anymore because of some inappropriate things that she was saying. Um, I had to do that because she was saying some inappropriate things. And I explained that to her, and she was like, no, it's fine. I understand. 1 week later, she was angry. She was angry. And I wasn't even, you know what? At the same time, I remember I didn't do any reversals. Like, I didn't reverse any of the work that I did for her. I just unfriended her. That was it. I just said we're gonna end the friendship. You go your way and I go mine. And I had not done anything to her. So it just is really strange. So hmm and I'm just saying, man, and it's not like I would never run around here being a threatening person. I don't like that. I like positivity. I like to be in positivity. But I believe that when you do stuff like that, I believe that it comes back at you, because I take like, when it comes to my clients, I go hard in the paint for my clients and the people that I love. I go hard for them. And I battled a lot of stuff for her to do that to me. And it's just insane. It really is. It's crazy. So I don't know who this is in my chat room. I don't really like trolls. Yep. Yep. So I don't know. You know the saying, you can't never go wrong for doing right. So, so anyway, I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate you so much, and that may be why I get such a positive response with the work that I do for people. You know what I'm saying? Because I have appreciation for my clients, and then I also appreciate my spirits, you know? Like, for example, I don't, you know, I try not to write a petition without having some kind of offering. You know, it's kind of one of those things that you want to do. And yeah, I do. I go hard for them, and you know, it's just really unfair. It really is, because, you know, when you ask us to do something for you and we do it and it manifests, no matter how it manifests, it's still manifested. But see, I think that she didn't believe. She probably herself was shocked. She herself was shocked that it happened. Because I can tell you it wouldn't have happened without my spell work. Wasn't nobody going to help her get no house without that spell work that I did. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't thank you. Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's just one of those things. And so it's not like, I think that some things, because a lot of people you never can tell. Like, a lot of people are like, that was probably gonna happen anyway. Probably. It was probably gonna happen anyway. And then you gotta understand that when you look in social media, there's thousands upon thousands of practitioners out here. So many people practicing the craft. If it was bullcrap, why would those people be doing it? you know, like it was almost like she tried to make me feel as though, oh, and then it was another thing. Oh my God, about a year ago, y'all. No, this was like maybe about a year or two ago when me and her at first fell out. And I never forget, and Hecate was just like, really? It was so funny. She was live doing a show, and she said, witchcraft is not real. You can't light a candle and expect for things to work. I don't know if it was because she didn't feel like her own spells was working, because I know she was practicing herself. And and I was sitting there listening to her, and it was like I was almost in the twilight zone too at that time, because like I didn't give much of a reaction. I just was kind of listening, like, what in the world? But I was thinking, wow, how did all of that stuff happen for you that I did for you, and so quickly? How did it happen so quickly? She literally was running pillar to post for a long time, had told me her whole life story. And then what really made me mad is that she was going around bragging about, oh, I took something from you and I'm doing some kind of vampire magic or something. I'm like, oh my God. I thank y'all. I love you guys. I'm not going to be here long. I already made a video about it, but then I said, I'm going to make a song about it too. So I want to let you guys know that I appreciate you guys, and this Samhain that's coming up is going to be amazing, because we are going to be working with you guys' ancestors. Okay. And I love ancestor time. I really do. It should be all the time, but I think that more than ever, our aunt like a lot of my ancestors have been showing up. Okay. Um, some of y'all have ancestors from very high places too. Okay. Now I ain't trying to scare nobody, but I found out that the Baba Yaga was actually my ancestor, and that's why I like her so much, and that's why she, gives me these blessings and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know where that was from, but that just because a lot of people are very frightened of the Baba Yaga. Her energy kind of reminds me of she's like a Mrs. Claus, but she's a witch. It's like, if you're good, I'll bring you gifts. If you're bad, I'll bring you coal. She's kind of like that kind of grandmother figure or whatever. So, it is exciting to see what is coming next, you know. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go. I'll let y'all go. It's about that time to have some dinner. And I meant to get me some coffee too. And I hadn't done that yet. Just sitting here being lazy. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Okay. Blessings to you guys. Bye.